sometimes realistic
what
record.
happens when
Can
these
a
entertainers turn to
major
Christ,
successful artist
or they
that is
change their
engaged in a fight for
message,
their
how
freedom
they
suddenly become
immediately begin
insane,
to be
drug
attacked by the
addicted,
forces
and
of
then
darkness
die relatively young?
under the
Okay, if
guise
you just
of
had to
drug
put it within some
addiction
odds,
and
what would you say the odds are on that? Now, I want to be clear, I
psycho,
have never been down the Prince rabbit
some
hole, and
type
I'm
of
not fully
psychotic
there yet. I'm
break
just
or
beginning.
something
And
along
I
those
did
lines.
not
So we're
realize that
gonna
you can quite literally
examine
draw a
this.
direct line from
Fair
Prince to
use.
Michael Jackson to Ye,
Comment,
and then
share,
now to Justin
subscribe.
Bieber and the things that they have been
Fair
saying and what they're
use.
trying to do. Now, I did not grow up in a Prince household beyond a couple of his major hits, namely Raspberry Beret and When Doves Cry. So when he died on April 21st, 2016, at the very young age of 57, I did not venture to look beyond the media headlines in terms of that story. I just registered the official story. The official story was that he died of a drug overdose, an accidental opioid overdose. This is from the New York Times. They said, quote, Prince was found dead in the elevator of his home in Chanhassen, Minnesota on April 25th, 2016 by Mr. Kirk Johnson and others after he ingested the fatal amount of fentanyl, which is
See, these
often
people
used to
already sold their
manufacture
souls,
counterfeit
so
pills that are sold on the
they
black
got rid of
market
them.
as oxycodone and other pain relievers. Okay,
Fair
so
use.
that's the official story. What is the unofficial story? What is the unofficial story of Prince? Well, I'm just learning that throughout his entire career, this is the guy who quite literally turned his name into a symbol so that record executives could not benefit off of his name. Like he was willing to just be a symbol so that he could have ownership over his name. He was constantly at war with the executives at the record labels. And I want to show you this clip of him discussing how he viewed record labels. This is from 2004. Take a listen.
Ever since my third album, I wasn't really taking large advances from the recording companies. I was recording the albums myself in my own studio. So the way I looked at it, I owned the work because I paid for
The
it.
entertainment
And I did
industry
own
is
it because
ran
I
by
created
Satan
it,
and
so
his
I felt like it should belong to
hierarchy
me. That
of
said,
demonic
the
guineas.
companies felt otherwise.
Don't ever
They would
forget
always
that,
hold
ladies and
the
gents.
contract up and say, well,
Fair
you signed it.
use.
And I say, well, I understand that. It's not like I want to leave. I just want to, talk about this thing and see if we can't make it more fair. Of course, they wouldn't change because if they changed, they wouldn't really exist. And that's kind of the situation we're in right today. They're not going to exist much longer. If we can work together, then it's going to be, everybody will kind of move into a situation where they do what it is that they're qualified to do. If they're going to be indeed a delivery service, then that's fine. But even FedEx doesn't say that they own.
See,
the
when they
thing that
start
they
waking
ship,
up,
you know,
turning to
right?
Christ,
Actually,
they
such an interesting point that I
immediately
had never even thought of.
begin
Like,
to
how
be
does a record label
attacked
just
by the
decide if they
forces
own
of
your footage?
darkness
They
and
should be operating
evil.
like FedEx. If we can distribute your music, but you don't own the thing that you are distributing, similar to FedEx. He also discussed very early on something that we now know to be quite intentional when we think about the MK Ultra program, but just the degeneration of music over time. Like, people were playing instruments, people had these nice themes that they were singing about, and suddenly there was this radical shift, and music has become increasingly more raunchy and more pornographic. Well, he was early to that game, and here's what he had to say to MTV News about that degeneration. Take a listen. What was it that you were listening to in music today that made you say, I gotta put some more stuff out there? You have to do this.
Mainly, I sensed a great deal of negativity and entropy in the music.
See, they need the music to be negative
There's a disintegration
because
going on
it's a
that
separation
have to
between the
address.
masses and the Most High God, keeping that separation intact. That way, you'll lose your soul and you will not be able to make it into the kingdom of heaven.
Other Viacom channels do.
That's what it's all about, ladies and
I think
gents.
that we should
Heaven,
address the
hell,
community
living
as well
forever,
as doing
or perishing.
culture. People
That's what it's
that want
about.
to,
Serving Christ, serving the Most High,
music,
honestly,
listen to music and they go
with
see something.
integrity,
But
spiritual
there's something
integrity.
that's triggering these buttons.
Just incredible because, like I'm just telling you, this is the first time that I've ever heard this because I didn't follow Prince's musical career. And I just can't believe that he was having this exact same discussion that we know Michael Jackson was having and then Ye was having. And just to show this to you again, I know I showed it to you on Thursday. Let's just listen to what Michael
These
Jackson
people
was
met their
saying
demise
about these
at the
same
hands
record
of the
labels.
industry.
Record companies really, really do conspire against their artists. They steal, they cheat, they do whatever they can.
And Dick Gregory
Especially
blew the whistle on that one.
Sony, Tommy Mottola.
He
Tommy
told him
Mottola's the
exactly
president
how he
of the
was
record
murdered.
division.
And it
He
wasn't
is
by
a
this
mean,
doctor that
he's a
they
racist,
that the mainstream
and
media
he's
narrative
very,
suggests.
very devilish.
And you know, YouTube last year took down, I still never got clarity on why they did this. They took down my interview with Ye in the midst of all the fire when he was being called crazy by the press. I sat him down at my home and just had a discussion with him because I wanted to sort of capture that moment. And believe it or not, he was talking about the exact same thing, this treatment of artists, and really making it sound like a modern form of slavery. Here is Ye and what he
It's
had
exactly
to
what it
say
is.
in 2022.
But we're all under
You
some
can't
form of
just say,
slavery.
oh, it's okay for people to like super complicate deals and to collude on deals and to not look at us as human beings, as artists and athletes and actors, that we have to be willing to like stand up for that to be able to change something. And we need to come together
Fair
as a
use.
society to be
Like, share,
to be
comment,
the first
subscribe.
civilization that actually became civil.
Gosh, it all sounds so reasonable.
Run to the
right?
knowledge.
When
Don't
you hear
run from
like
it.
that, but that's not what the media tells us about these people. I mean, when you start speaking like that as an artist or as a podcaster or as somebody who's within any kind of contract, suddenly the media comes down on you hard. And like we said, Wacko Jacko. There's a collage of some headlines. Here's Justin Bieber. A recent collage.
And the
of
intelligence
headlines
agencies
playing that hit
run
right now, right?
all
The
of
message
the
is
news
pretty clear.
outlets. They control
They
all
cannot
of them.
control you. They will
So
ruin
they
you.
can place
Okay?
any
They'll
narrative
say
out
you're
there
on
in which
drugs.
they
They'll
want
say you're
to.
having a
With the
mental
Jimmy
break. So I started thinking about it
Swiftness.
this weekend. What if we just stopped for
I
one
can
second,
attest to that
accusing all of
personally.
these artists of being crazy, and instead we started actually investigating some of the things that they've been saying, right? They've been saying, Kanye, for example, that there are gangs that still control Hollywood and that you aren't allowed to stand up to the gangs without being ruined financially, reputationally, and that at very
The gangs that
convenient
he's in
times,
reference
the world will
to
suddenly learn
is
that you're
the
actually a drug
demonic
addict or
hierarchy.
experiencing a mental break.
You know, all
Also,
of
I have
them
to just add this
who are
because
attached to that
isn't it also sort of weird
satanic
that it seems to be a
construct,
common thread in all these
like
stories that when people begin
Freemasonry,
embracing
for example.
Christianity, they're accused of suffering a psychotic break? Because that's what's happening to Justin Bieber right now. It's like he's drawing closer to Christ, and we're being told, no, he's just lost his mind. He's a druggie and he's broke. Okay, that seems weird.
See the
And that is
pattern, people?
specifically what Ye said happened to him. It was the reason he said that Harley put him in the hospital because Ye began quoting the Bible and reading the Bible. And so he said, we got to call an ambulance if something's gone wrong with you. Here is Ye describing that moment.
Actually, the day when they put me in the hospital, I had started reading the Bible really heavy and rewriting Bible verses. And when the Jewish trainer saw, and you're like looking like, well, that sounds pretty bipolar. But the Jewish trainer saw that. put
Now
me
we all
in the
know the
hospital, and
people, when they say the Jews, they're
then
talking about, you know, the
uh,
ones who are currently occupying Israel. They're not
said,
the Jews by bloodline. At this
and then put
juncture,
it
we
in the
should all
press.
already understand that, though.
He's referring to Harley Pasternak.
Especially
and
if you
Harley
watch this
Pasternak then
station,
put it
because I'm always
into
talking about
TMZ
it.
that he had suffered a psychotic break when he was writing Bible verses. Now, Ye also tweeted this. He tweeted, quote, I was told that if I expose the truth of the
Fair
bad business
use.
practices,
Blessings to
everything is
everybody.
going to be taken from me, including my black children. And everyone has now borne witness to the public Emmett tilling of Ye. But God has put something on my heart not
Don't
to
run
let
from the
down.
knowledge, run to the
Okay.
knowledge.
And now that I'm thinking about it, it's weird because that's what happened to me too. Just a simple phrase. All I said was Christ is king, and my gosh, did I lose so much. Actually, quite frankly, I think I gained a lot. But it was a scandal.
Yep,
that
because to
still
lose the
won't die.
things
There's
of
still
this
reports
world
being
is to
produced
gain
by the
all the
likes of
things
Jordan
from the
Peterson
Almighty
on why you can't say
in the
Christ
world
is
to
king.
come.
But Okay.
That's what's
It
most
was followed
important.
by people who were trying to convince the public back
Not
in
the cares of
2024
this
that
life
I was
down
suffering
here,
from
because
a
everything's been
postpartum
tainted
psychosis. I'm just showing you 3
by
tweets, matter of
Satan,
fact, from last year
Samael,
because it's incredible to
the
reflect upon.
devil,
This person, Avi,
Lucifer,
writes, is it possible that Candace
that
has had a
old
postpartum
ancient
psychosis?
serpent of old.
Joshua Lebo writes, I've said it before and I'll say it again. Candace is suffering from legit psychosis and needs mental health intervention.
See, it's always a
Lastly,
psychological
this
narrative
person,
being
Get
placed
Real,
upon
wrote in
people
August,
once they
somebody
start
get
turning
Candace
their
some
life
urgent
over to
psychological help.
Christ.
She's actually developing psychosis. What a weird trend. You just diagnose
They
a
start
person
breaking the
they've never met,
programming
never seen, and they
from
try to
the
convince people that
industry
people are having mental
or
breaks
from
when they say
people
things
who are
they don't
being,
like. It's weird because it's
placed in
almost like
different
the people that are
areas
doing
and
this
avenues
are
of life.
baking in something that I wouldn't even call a faith, but clearly something that must run counter to Christ.
We're gonna look at some other things too, like how everybody's paying attention to this Pooh Shiesty Gucci Mane situation. This is a tactic being implemented to divert our attentions away from something. You got to remember that, people. They've been pumping this on every news outlet, hard and heavy, ever since, it got kicked off the other day. They said it happened in January, though. But now it's just all this attention is being placed on it, keeping our attention off of the more important aspects of life that are currently going on, like this Iran war. They're ancient Persia. Let's not forget that. So this is biblical. Everything going on is biblical. Prophecy is unfolding before our very eyes, and yet yet they got the whole world worrying about a Pooh Shiesty and a Gucci Mane and who's a snitch and who isn't. Like, they have conditioned us and have reduced us down to mere nothing, having us caring about something just so minute and meaningless, when the attention and the focal point should be on Christ. That's where the focal point should be at. Not on no Pooh Shiesty, no Gucci Mane, no would-be level of street code and ethics that they don't even uphold anyway at the end of the day, one way or another. So it's just all a bunch of, glorified fiction. That's all it is. Glorified fictional, just buffoonery. So we gotta keep that in mind. Let's examine. Hold on, before we get to that, let's examine one of these, former GOCC slanderers who's there forever. I want y'all to see what I see. How they're just crybaby antics, crying over money, pretending like they've been going through Epstein type behavior. And we should understand the deceptive tactics in the whole Epstein thing. And he's alive too, by the way. So let's not forget that either. This is a fact. This is not an opinion. But here we go. This is Maestro Mikey with the hat on. He's a musical genius, I guess.
I ain't got none of that, bro.
But these people want to come out of left field beefing with the GOCC. Or they taught them everything that they know.
Straight like that, right? I watched
Now
this
they
thing,
up here got everything under the sun to
my
extenuate
mouth
in the form
dropped
of lies,
because
but while pretending like it's the truth. Check
I
him
don't know
out.
if he forgot that I was there.
Listen to
when
this
he was
liar.
saying some of this stuff that I was there, and I never actually
Watch
went
the
down.
mannerisms.
But I guess he thinks that little of the people that they just gonna believe the nonsense. But I'm sitting there like, this nigga is really lying.
It's always the N-word.
All right, let me tell y'all something, bro. Let me tell y'all something with this whole music thing. I'm gonna put this crap to rest. When I got the truth, or what I thought, as far as him, when I got that, I put the music business, the music industry, even my
He
talent,
almost threw up
I
those
gave it
666 signs
all. I
too.
gave it up.
See, he
I
did it
gave it
so
up.
quick
I
though.
was done.
So
I didn't
you
want to
see, you
make
gotta
music
peep the
because I
game
thought
where it's being
it was just
implemented.
so satanic to even do it. Okay? I gave up music, period. When I got with Carl and we started working on music, right?
See
And
how
he
he's setting it up to
flew
be
me
like,
out
so
to the
basically
UK.
you
And
have
I
nothing
mean,
because you
Carl,
gave up your
really
whole
hope you
career
see
for
it,
this guy.
because
That's
you
basically
really
the
need to
direction in which
repent.
he's taking the
I
conversation.
promise you, because you was a goddamn liar.
Ooh,
Straight up. When I
listen
got
to
over
that
there
potty
to England,
mouth.
right? And we started working on music. And I'm gonna tell you when I first heard about this Simon dude, right? Because I ain't cut for Simon. I didn't trust him. Ricard had taught us that the Jewish people were our enemies and that they was the synagogue of Satan. I did not trust no Simon, right? Ricard wound up getting a royalty check for like a couple $1,000.
Now count how many times it's always about the money. Make sure you guys are keeping count of this.
Some commercial or something that he did. That's my first time hearing.
This glorified
about
crier.
Simon. And Ricard, remember this. But at this time, I'm not trying to do no music for the industry.
Check it
I
out.
want to do
Check
music
him out.
for God.
Check
I
him
wanna do
out.
Music for the truth. I wanna
Check
do
this
music
guy
for
out.
God. And he
Fair
knew this,
use. Like, comment, share,
'cause this is
subscribe.
all I would be talking about.
Give me your thoughts on this
That's all I
liar.
would be talking about. So here's the lie. This nigga talking about he reached out to Simon for me. No, you didn't. I didn't want to do no music for the industry.
Look how smooth his hands are. I've never seen a man's hands so smooth without a scratch. His hands don't even contain a nick.
If he would have never
Look at those Johnson & Johnson hands.
I probably wouldn't even still be doing. I wouldn't even be trying to do it in the music in the industry right now, right? Because I thought everything was.
I ain't got nothing but love for
satanic
everybody,
and so
but I
demonic.
cannot
That's what
stand
he
people
got me to believe.
pretending to be
So
coming
check
forward
this
with
out.
accusations they're not even
Now
saying
getting back
anything.
in touch with this dude Simon.
He still ain't told us
I'm
nothing.
actually really looking at him weird.
See, he's got to set the conversation up in a way to where it looks like and gives the mere appearance of exposure.
I thought the music
He's
business
really
was
not saying
satanic,
anything. Listen to this
right?
guy.
I thought they worship the devil. I thought we couldn't trust the Jewish people. And I'm telling y'all the truth.
See
was
the
off
play?
for a while.
See the play, people?
That he was in touch with this dude. It didn't make sense to me. Cause I was done with the music business. Like I'm telling you, I just wanted to do gospel music.
Remember, he
That's
laid
it.
his whole career on
I
hold
get
for
to
this guy.
England.
That's what he's trying to basically
I get to
format
England. You start working on
his,
it.
you know what I mean? So he can be
He gets
legitimized in his
Simon
argument.
saying that Lady Gaga is looking for some music. And I'm like,
Boy, these Pharisees and
he's
pretenders.
telling me. Young man, hey man,
This is one of the people who's going around lying on the GOCC for anybody who doesn't understand exactly what's going on here. This guy's a known liar.
Right? To get me to do, because I ain't gonna lie to y'all, bro. When he was, I was very skeptical.
Freestyling, fabricated conjecture.
Said all of this stuff about the music business. He done said all this stuff about Lady Gaga being the devil's daughter. He done told me all of this stuff. And Simon hit him up and say, Lady Gaga's looking for music. Yeah, this for the work. This is how he got me to kind of see. I was like, okay, well, I mean, that makes sense. I guess I guess we got to do what we got to do. You know what I'm saying? To try, to get resources to help the work.
So why isn't he doing the work now? Especially if he's on this exposure mission. Why is he not continuing the work? See, you gotta ask yourself, this people who pretend to be coming forward, putting themselves in a teacher's like position. So that kind of cancels out trying to say that everyone can't be a teacher. When you present yourself in a manner
I'm talking about
in
crazy
a
to know that the
dispositional
Most High
state of
looking
one
down
that, you
at
know,
him
coincides
while
with that
he's
of a
making up
teacher,
stuff.
then you need to be prepared to pick up the
He can tell y'all he
slack,
doing this for me.
carry the
I didn't
baton,
want to be in the
and
industry.
implement the teaching where you feel like
I
it's
wanted to do
incorrect.
music for
Why
the
is he
church.
not trying to
You got back in touch with
incorporate the
Simon
work at this
to try to
juncture?
get some money.
So he's lying
Not
and
me.
he's full of it.
I'm gonna get straight into this. Cause this
He
dude
keeps
is a,
saying he's
this
gonna
dude
get
is a
straight into this,
liar, bro.
and we haven't. I
This
ain't
dude
heard
is a
nothing
liar,
yet.
and he know I'm talking
Money,
to.
money,
He can't
money.
dispute nothing I'm saying.
Pretty
This ain't no damn
hands.
Simon. I ain't know no Jewish people. I'm from Texas. You don't see no Jewish people walking around in Texas like that in Houston. I don't know nothing about no Jewish people. That was his guy.
Yeah,
He
he
was
must
in
be
touch
talking
with him.
about
I
Houston,
didn't know a
because
damn
Dallas
thing
is a
from
totally
Simon.
different
I
ball
didn't
game.
trust Simon
Let me
because
tell
of
you
what I was
something
taught.
about the D.
And the whole time I'm sitting here trying to figure out why Ricard is even talking to him. And then tell me he's Jewish.
Now, ladies and gents,
So
the guy,
the
Elder Ricard, with
seeing the
Dimitri on,
hypocrisy.
the one in the picture above him,
With
he
Ricard.
already come forward
And it's
and
2011.
explained
This is
as
2011.
to
When I get
why
over
he
there
was
to- when I
with the
get over there
gentleman.
to England. It's 2011.
So this guy is, again, he's, you know,
And he gonna say this dumb,
he's on a mission of
he said a
fabrication
bunch of dumb
and
nonsense
deception.
in here. A bunch of stupid stuff. This didn't change nothing because you still ain't explaining to these people why you told them that the Grammys were super satanic and demonic, and then you went to the Grammys and you told them not to go. You still ain't explained that. You still
People who
ain't taking
pretend
no
like they never
accountability.
received
Like,
any
this dude's
good
so
works,
stupid, bro.
any
He's a stupid
good
dude.
anything from the
You
GLCC.
can't
They
take
just
no
come
account.
out
This
bad
is what
organization,
these are
and they're not even an
characteristics of a
organization.
narcissist.
They follow Christ on a real
They
level.
can't take accountability.
And when
for
you follow
nothing.
Christ on a
Ricardo
real
ain't taking
level,
no type
from
of
the
loss.
entertainment
Even when I
industry
used to play chess, and I was about
down
whoop
to
his
the
ass,
homeless
he would quit
community,
and start over.
the whole
Or he'll
population will
make up
turn
something
against you,
like I mean,
just
straight,
as
nigga, how you
scripture
get on the phone with
indicates,
these people? That's how you
every
no, nigga,
single
I was
time.
ass. I know how to play chess. You're just a sore loser in life. Lying and stuff, bro. Like really, man,
All he care
lying,
about
bro.
is money. It's in his mannerisms, it's in his conversation.
Seeking to slant it. As if you have to understand it's how they were framing it.
And he mad because Ricard called him out
It's how they were
basically
framing it.
and used the
If you-
scripture
hey,
to validate what
you
he's
knew
saying.
that your song was being presented to this same Jewish
See, this is
guy.
messy, people. We're
now
not supposed to
there's
be
a
engaged in this
conspiracy
type
with
of
other
behaviors.
with
Now, the
Jewish
guy
guys
who's
that
talking
you
now,
want
he's
to go with
justified
the
in all
I
of
ain't want
this.
to pen on no song from Simon.
You know, this guy at the bottom, though, Ice Mikey,
I
or,
didn't
you
trust
know,
Simon because he was Jewish.
Maestro Mikey, keyboard extraordinarius with the
told
pretty
me today,
hands.
You got with Simon. I'm telling y'all, when he started talking to this dude, I everything was weird.
Let's give him a
to me.
chance. We'll forward it a little bit. Let's see if he's going to ever talk about anything significant in his
People
gripe.
did him like that, or any of these other cats that you used to work with back in the day, because they probably whooped your ass.
Such hostility.
Yeah, you would never did them like you did.
We're
me.
going to
See,
check
I
out
was
this guy
young
named
and
Ancient
dumb,
Days Truth also,
right?
because I want
And I
all of
trusted
this
you.
edified
That's how you got
today, so we can put this
That's
thing
how
to
you
bed
brought
and
me on that.
expose
Let me
these
tell you what this
fraudulent
dude did,
guineas
bro. I'm gonna talk about
for
the
who they
real
are,
quick.
and then we can move on and continue to
Before the
praise
album
God
comes
and
out,
serve the
right?
Most High and
First couple
try
years
to
before the
acquire
album, I
souls
was
to
really still
Him
procrastinating.
in the manner in
Before
which
it
we
come out,
are
he said we gonna
supposed to.
split it half down the middle.
Run to the
We gonna split it
knowledge.
half.
Don't run away from it. Fair
Right.
use.
The album comes out, right? Wait about 2 months or something like that. Monday album or two or something like that, and then it make almost $20,000. He sends me
Money,
$2,000.
money. That's all he
And I'm
talking
like,
about, see?
see, I call him because I'm mad.
All about the
Because I know
money.
how much he made, right? He sent me the spreadsheet. I know how much he made. I'm mad now.
This bad a tissue.
I'm like, yo, what happened? Why am I only getting this much? Well, Mike, you gotta
Why?
understand, brother.
Why?
Half of that gotta go to the
Crier.
And
Crying.
I'm like, huh?
crybaby.
Yeah, half of that gotta go. Half of the proceeds gotta go back to the label, and then we divvy out the other half. We never agreed to that, and I'm telling him, I'm literally telling him on the phone. I'm like, Elder Ricard, I never agreed to that. I was asking you for the paperwork. You never sent me the paperwork. And he said, then he talking around it. Well, brother, you don't want the company to go down, right? And listen, this is his label, by the way. My name ain't on it. I'm not part owner. I don't have any stake in it. But he's telling me now that the album is dry, he purposely didn't send no paperwork to me.
So
He
how
just
do you
dropped
feel like
the
you're
album.
owed any money
Money's
then?
coming in. He still ain't
Where's
got
the
no
what's
I was
see
still
what I'm
asking him
saying?
for paperwork.
What we doing here?
Then he
What
sent
are we
me
doing
$2,000.
here?
I almost made $20,000. He sent me $2,000 and tell me that bullshit. That half went to the label. And I'm sitting here trying to explain to him. I'm like, Ricard, that's not how that works. The labels don't even do producers like that. You taking half of all the earnings and then you busting down the other half? They don't even do that. The nigga burned me bad. And he keep trying to explain, and because people keep telling me he explained it to y'all about some expenses. Listen to me, y'all. He did not do no paperwork with me. I would have never agreed for my percentages to go to his label for him to pay for some goddamn expenses.
What a potty
I
mouth.
never agreed to that. And I'm sitting there trying to figure out, why would he do me like this? Right? He telling people that he love me. He telling people I'm like a son to him, and all this garbage. And then he know I got a family, I got kids, and he burnt me like that. That's what this nigga did. And I don't gotta lie about nothing. I keep
Fair
telling y'all,
use.
I ain't gotta do no damage control.
Liars
I'm
always say they don't
nigga,
have to
niggas be
lie, but
lying on
yet
me.
be lying in the
I'm
process
gonna say something.
of spewing out that
Let me get back
nonsense.
to this retarded
And I
stuff
and I
that he's
have
on.
no ill will
Retarded
towards this
junkie,
brother.
bruh. And you
I
don't
love
ever get
everybody in the spirit of the Almighty.
for
But
real.
I'm just
Listen,
not with the
for
masquerading.
real.
Can't be
You really on
masquerading.
your way to hell. All
Listen
this that
to
you
this
doing and you
guy.
think that you finna make it.
All because he wants some money, some Johnny
If you don't
Greenbacks,
repent,
some cash.
you going to hell. You trying to make it seem like people who need
We're all gonna go if we
need
don't
that
repent. Like,
that
you're
damn
not
sense
saying
of a
anything
church. You
significant,
trying to make it seem like
buddy.
we going to hell because we walked away from you.
Only a handful of them walked away,
don't
ladies
care
and
what you
gents. They're
think.
steadily growing, by the way.
I'm scared for you, bro. Because you do stuff like this and be doing it in front of the people.
Fraudulent level of concern
And you
again
just do it.
with a
Like the nigga can
twist.
just, at a drop of a dime, this nigga can just, look at this dude's face. He can just con y'all. This is crazy to me.
But he was there for
I can't
15,
do
20
it.
years and
You got
over
some
money.
But you and Dr.
Now
Umar,
he's on the so-called
both
quote
Philly guys,
unquote
right?
mission to expose without picking up the slack and continuing the work where he feel like it's
He
lacking.
said, I didn't even think about it when we went to the one, like, Simon, don't worry about
Yeah,
it.
listen.
These are the children of Israel.
Yeah, you ain't telling that nigga. Shut up. Shut your dumb ass up.
And then he got such a problem with him, but why is he still watching every video they make? You've got such the issue, but you're still watching every video. I don't understand. I don't understand it.
What y'all talking about?
It's agents of ancient
He's a
evil.
shark,
No, he's not.
a serpent
No, he's not.
with a slick tongue.
No.
He can't get me
The
with
guy
that
who's
no more.
talking now.
That's dead. That's what he
These
really
are
mad at me
attributes
about,
of the
'cause he
guy
ain't
who's
finna mess
talking
me no more.
now, not Elder
I
Ricard.
lost my power over here. Oh, yeah, what I'm gonna do? I just gotta lie on him now.
Where's the proof?
Right.
Prove it. See, he
And these are the
can't.
children of Israel. He says, Rich, I'm sorry. I hope this don't mess up our business and what the things that I'm planning as far as being able to place things there.
And the business that he's talking about, and I said this, Him and Simon have a label. They got a company together. Some months ago, they tried to sign me as a producer, but it was supposed to be exclusive. I told them I'm not doing that.
See,
I
people
told them I'm
with
gonna give you a
with the motive,
and y'all just
the
y'all
motive
just
will
contract. I
always
was
become
never gonna be
clear if
exclusive.
you let an
Now, listen,
individual
you
talk
don't
long
realize that
enough.
I'm sitting here thinking about
People like
how he
this who
did
are jealous and
on his
envious,
album. They don't think I'm
they'll
about to
give the
sign
mere
him. I
appearance
wouldn't advise nobody to sign him regard. He told me he was
that
gonna
gives
sign
the,
Rapar.
you
Y'all know
know,
Rapar,
the
y'all like
fraudulent
that singer.
appearance of
I told Ralph,
validation.
nigga, don't
But you let
sign with
them
them.
spew that
You get
gullet
burned.
long enough,
Remember what he did to me.
they'll tell them themselves,
So I don't know
revealing the
if
true
Ralph signed
motives
to
at
them.
hand
Ralph ain't hit me up. I ain't talked to him in
as
a
to
minute.
what
I don't know what's going on.
catapulted
Whatever.
this so-called
But they have a
exposure
company
mission.
together.
He ain't
Him
exposed
and
anything
Tristan
yet.
that I've never
He just
trusted.
sounds like a jealous guinea.
Why he acting like he was trying to do something for me with this guy? I didn't know. I don't know Simon.
Because what I'm hearing
Somebody
in
didn't
it,
know
this
Simon
dude
Sheets. I
took
don't
care of
care.
you all this
You
time,
told
and
me
now
not to trust these people.
you wanna make a video talking about you're
I
done
never
wrong.
trusted no damn Simon.
Bad
And then
church,
when
bad
he
church.
talking,
Cry
he
baby.
sound like a gay dude. I'm like, man, who is this nigga? He sound like a gay dude. I'm not saying that he's
See,
gay.
they be
I'm
mad
just saying he just
because
sound like
no one's going to allow this type of
man, he just sound
behavior
weird.
into the
He
body
sound
of
gay. That's
Christ.
all. That is
So
what it is.
when you keep people
Right?
from
And that's
carrying
another thing.
themselves
I
in,
ain't
in
never tell
uncouth
nobody that
behavioral
Rapar
manners,
was in the Illuminati
then
because he went to the ground.
they'll start this
So I don't know
mess.
what he
They'll
talking
go
about.
on
They
a
be talking about
tirade
Ringo, they be
comparable to
talking
this
about
guy right
some
here.
other listen, me, y'all didn't hear me ever say that he was in the Illuminati, right? Because first of all, I don't believe a bunch of people in the music business is in the Illuminati. I don't believe that personally. No more. I used to, but I don't believe that. I believe
That's
everybody
because they're
can try to
not,
work,
but
but
they
it's
are
a few
pawns
examples.
for
Like, I don't
them.
believe a bunch of people is just up in it like that. So I ain't never said that about him. So I hope
And
that
they'll
y'all
never
ain't
let
be talking
any of
about
these
me. I ain't never said that about him.
entertainers in something like that. These are the
Yeah, I
highest
ain't never
seats
said
within
that.
the
I don't
hierarchy of
believe that.
Satan.
I don't think
It's
Ricard
not
in
going
the
to place
Illuminati.
people like that in it. So
I know
all
he ain't
that's
in the
just
Illuminati.
null
He's
and
just a
void
damn cypher
anyway.
from North Philly that got rich off the people. He not in the Illuminati. He not no Mason. He not none of those things. He just was just a scammer from North Philly. But Ricard, you ain't in the Illuminati. I ain't tell nobody that. But you was you damn sure was a scammer, nigga. You one of them. I don't know if that's a secret society in itself, but you a part of that. You a part of that society. For real.
He says, I didn't even think about it. When we went to the one studio in Delaware, it was a bunch of different icons from the 50s and 60s, and he took a picture of me in front of, I think, Marilyn Monroe or something like that. Right? He was like, yeah, that's my icon, and here's a songwriter icon or whatever. I don't care. Right? Because I know that there was no ill intentions. I know it was innocent. I know Simon.
Yeah, like I said, that even with that, like, listen, let me tell y'all something about me real quick, bro. Since I've been back in the business, right, and this is,
Now, one minute you ain't in it, the
been back
next
in the
minute
business,
you back to it.
and I got to work
What we
with
doing here, man?
and I got to be around certain people, like I'm talking about major people.
Like, what we
and
got
all
going
that.
on, man?
And I'm seeing how they move. I'm feeling them out, and you know what I'm saying. And I'm gonna tell y'all now, a lot of these people, they're not with a lot of the funny stuff. The majority of the industry is not on that fun. There's a small pocket of people that is into the weird stuff. A very small pocket that you'll
Oh,
come to
it's a
find
way
out.
bigger pocket than what you're trying to insinuate.
Ricard
But
knows.
see, he has to say that
So
to try to make light of his
I would be
you know,
upset with Ricard when he's
his
sitting there
re-implementation
on the
back
podcast
in, well,
going
or
in
however
on
you
these
pronounce it,
industry people,
but him,
these
you know,
actors and these
his
artists, and I
re-emergence
would
back into
actually
the
be upset
entertainment
because
field.
all of them is
He's got to
not
make
doing this
light
stuff.
of that.
Like he did this whole segment on Viola Davis for being in that Warrior King movie, whatever that movie was. And he did a whole thing. It was telling y'all not to support her. I texted him that night. I think you should take that down. That's very disingenuous because the sister is just trying to feed her family. Like, why are you same facing for these people? And you know that all of these people are not really like this. But he's just doing it. It's clickbait, people. It's clickbait.
Now it's clickbait.
Because he don't believe
See,
that.
this dude, he just all over the place. See,
That's
people hate
also
it when
why
you're
he
an
went to
individual who
Grammys.
actually listens to the words spewing from
And
a person's
that's the
gullet.
issue.
These type of people always try to say you're not
That's the
listening when
issue.
you're listening
Because
very carefully.
he can't just
That's
be
the
honest
problem.
with y'all and say that, hey guys,
The guy talking
I
now is
don't
a chronic
believe
liar.
that they're actually doing rituals at these award shows. I don't really believe that. I just told you that because I'm a
Oh.
soothsayer and I know that that's what y'all want to hear and that keeps y'all engaging in my content.
So he basically just
But
told
really,
you he's a
guys, I
liar.
don't believe
He
that.
just said he's a
Let's not go
liar.
to the Grammys. I didn't see anything weird like that.
He just told on
But instead of
himself.
just saying
I hope
that,
everybody else
you
understands what's going on
skating
here.
and maneuvering
You
around
let a person run their gullet long
because you know
enough.
you didn't effed up.
They gonna keep it
Because now you're
real,
like a
regardless if they
hypocrite because you
understand or
told
know
these
it
people it's a
or
super
is
satanic
aware of it or
demonic
not.
ritual, and you know better. That ain't like that. And it's the other thing that pissed me off about this nigga, bro, because he would let these other niggas in the church come against me.
He's gonna reduce the brother
Have me
down to
back
that of
on
an
counsel
N-word.
about working in the business, and I'm actually doing it to take care. I'm actually making money to take care of my family.
Now you making
And he's
money.
not telling these guys the truth. He's lying. He's not telling them the truth. So I'm sitting here knowing that he knows better.
I know that you
But
know
he
that I
ain't telling
know
them.
that you know.
He's not telling them straight up. I'm talking about these niggas. I'm in a position, and it's whatever, because I ain't in that church no more anyway. But I'm a deacon
But
in the church.
yet
These
you
dudes sitting me down. Like
now
they
he's a
not letting me
deacon.
teach no more.
So you
Like,
why
it's
don't
certain things I
you
can't
continue on,
participate in. They
Deke?
kick me out of the group chat, the leadership chat. They separating me from them and
Mr.
themselves
Leadership.
being tabernacle. They doing all of this stuff because Ricard is not
We
keeping
gotta
it
pray for this
100 with
guy
them.
still though,
That I'm
people.
not doing nothing wrong
Because
being in
enemies
the
like
business
this,
because his stupid ass is in the
they're
business
very
too.
confusing, or they try to be confusing.
Been in it
But we see
since
right
we was
through
overseas.
individuals like
I was
this,
done.
like a glass window without the tint,
Soon as the nigga realized
without the none
what
of
I
your
really
business
can
tint.
do, and I can
We
listen.
see
I
straight
can
through
do it
individuals
better
like
than
this.
whoever. It don't matter. Put me up against anybody. I'm gonna try to take their head off
See what I
when
mean?
it comes to
What does all
production.
this got to do with the Most High God in
So
Christ?
he's seeing an opportunity.
You see what I mean, people?
Then he gets back
This
into
guy
the
is a
sidelines
habitual
over there. I
liar.
got this guy, right?
Funny.
Hey,
Phony
he's the
baloney over
truth. This is what
here
he
with the
tells
pretty
us. This
hands.
guy's the truth. But Ricard, no, I didn't care to be in the music business. Talking about
He didn't
doing his
care,
thing and
but
all this
he's
stuff.
back
And
in
trying
it.
to, no, nigga, stop
Like
lying,
what
bro.
are we doing here, Mikey?
Fair
Mr.
use, by the way.
Mikey.
God damn. Fair use.
Yes, fair use,
But it takes
people.
an evil person to scour
Now the
try
guy
to
talking
find
now,
that
he's spot
and try to
on.
put that up as if I'm out there doing something against the Most High.
See, they
Because
always
no
keep it
one
about
around
Most
me,
High in
no one
Christ,
is
no
going to
matter
say
what.
about it.
This
Unless
guy
it
at the
was a person
bottom,
who also
he's trying to
wanted
push
get
a
his step in
narrative,
the business.
carrying out an agenda.
This nigga be
That's it.
lying, bro. Like I tell you. So, listen, I didn't care about that at that time. That's what I keep telling y'all. I didn't care for no Simon. I didn't trust him. He was a Jewish guy. This is another lie. And here's the other lie. Check this out. I'm not the one that found that picture, Ricard. Right? Hold on.
But you're the one who ran to the
I'm
internet
not
to
the one
post
that
it.
found this, Ricard. I really hope you see
So,
it.
what are we
I
talking
didn't
about?
find this. I wasn't following Simon on social media. I didn't even look for him. I didn't even Google the nigga. I was done with Simon. I was done with him.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But let me tell you. somebody you know, I ain't gonna say the person's name.
And
They're the
knowing's
ones that
half the
found the picture.
battle.
Oh, I gotta fix this camera real quick. Hold on, y'all.
Boy,
I
let's
don't know what just happened.
forward it a little more. Trying to give him a chance to explain his case. But he's not saying anything worth anything. Just a bunch of
should've told
spewed
me
lies
what you told him.
with
And
his
then go
delicate
from there.
hands.
But like this whole little man, this dude, man, listen, bro. Look at this
The
face.
guy
Look at
in the picture
He's
with
got to
the
sell
white
this
hood
thing.
on, that's Elder Ricard.
You gotta sell this
He be
nonsense,
completely
right?
spot
This
on and
is Dr.
everything.
Umar cousin.
People right here with this black hat on,
They
he's a
could be related.
pretender,
They're both from North
a
Philly, so it
modernized
ain't too far-fetched.
Pharisee. But
They
let's
could
keep
very well
him
be his
in our
cousin.
prayers and in our hearts and minds. And
What
hopefully
else?
he'll turn from
There
his
was something else he
wickedness
said.
and turn back to Team Most High in Christ.
I'd rather see them now. So again,
Let me see.
I thank the Most High for my relationships. All my social media, because this is unfair to you.
What are you talking about?
Are willing to pick up the plow and finish the work.
Exactamundo.
Another thing now,
Another thing.
when old Simon spoke to me and said, listen, I'm so sorry that you're getting this blowback. He says, Richard, you don't deserve this. I'll tell
And
you
he
what I'm
doesn't,
gonna do.
people.
I'll
They
delete
trying to take him through.
everybody that's trying to
But see,
follow
these
me,
are a part of
and
the
I'll
persecutions.
shut down
That's how that
all
further
my social
validates
media
that he's
because
on the
this is
right path.
unfair to you.
And he's
Simon
doing
says
everything to the
social
latter,
media
and
now.
he's spot
His page
on.
is private.
But this Maestro Mikey guy with the delicate
His
hands,
page is private.
he's a
He-
fraudulent
That's how you,
guinea
that's how
liar.
you know he's lying.
And the truth is nowhere within him,
Y'all can
trying
go
to
there.
tear down
His
what the
page is
Most High
private.
has built.
He'll
It'll
shut
never
it down.
happen that way.
Ricard just
Nor
be
will it ever
lying.
go in the favor of anyone who makes such absurd attempts.
Ricard just be lying, bro.
Keep that in
I told
mind,
y'all.
people.
You got these moments,
Fair
you got
use. Like, comment, share,
these
subscribe.
moments where he just gotta lie. to try to,
And
try to make
hey,
himself look like he's the victim. Simon didn't shut his page down. I can go follow Simon right now. He probably will follow me back. Simon don't give a damn about none of this nonsense.
see, he's been talking about carnal-minded
I can go follow Simon right now,
things
and Simon will follow me
from the
back
beginning of
because
this video.
there's actually
He's not talking about anything
people,
definitive,
like big time producers
nothing
that follow me that
concrete,
Simon probably knows.
just his love for money,
Simon don't
envy,
care about this nonsense. He cares about
envious,
some money in the
and
business.
jealous
I can
of Elder
probably call
Ricard.
Simon,
That's
get in
all
touch
it
with Simon,
is.
and still
That's
work
why
with
he
him.
got his
Even
picture right
after
there posted like
this.
that. He's
That's
just a
Simon ain't
hater.
loyal, he's Jewish.
Elder Ricard
That's
is
why I never
spot
trust him.
on. And they just, they're a
Talking all
bunch
this
of,
nonsense like he just got like this dude is super
they
loyal.
like to indulge in
He
wickedness.
like you now because you rich, dummy.
Wickedness.
He wasn't fooling with you because you didn't have no music to send him back then until I came around. Then you had the hits. Simon wasn't trying to fool with you like that on long BFF. Nigga, you rich. He know you rich. That's why you was a BFF.
So if he don't fool with him like that, why are you trying to push a narrative like he's out to grab me and all this? You see what I'm saying, people?
No.
He's just a
beg Simon to take that picture down.
pathetic coward.
Now check out what a Jew does. That's hourly, opposed to so-called children of God.
So now, so do y'all notice what he just did? You don't lie, bro. Y'all notice what he just did?
Check out what a Jew does.
Oh, wait a minute.
Are willing to pick up the plow and finish the work.
No, wait, he about to talk about that.
Another thing now,
Yeah, he can say that lie again.
when old Simon spoke to me and said, listen, I'm so sorry that you're getting this blowback. He says, Richard, you don't.
Simon wasn't sorry. This dude be lying, bro. Hey, I ain't creating no narrative. That be him. I know when he be lying. Y'all don't.
Deserve this. I'll tell you what I'm going to do.
You don't
I'll
deserve
just
this.
delete everybody that's trying to follow me, and I'll shut down all my social media because this is unfair to you.
So let me ask y'all a question. So people going on his page, right? Because they went on his page, and I seen some of the comments. They went on his page talking about Ricard. They wasn't talking about Simon. They're talking about Ricard. So do y'all think Ricard didn't deserve what the people were saying about him after he lied to y'all?
He didn't lie.
That he for years been saying the Grammys was satanic, and then he went to the told y'all not to go, then he go to the Grammys. He didn't deserve none of that backlash. He didn't deserve none of that chastisement. I really want somebody to tell me, because he really deserved more than that. There's some people talking
According to who?
for lying like that.
By whose
And not a
authority?
hypocrite. You better be glad that Mozart didn't have a cymbal pop off that drum set
Well, you see the attempt.
and do a Final Destination type of thing to him. You better be glad that Mozart held that damn cymbal from that drum set down after the drummer hit it.
Okay, we need to move on to something else. His lies are just giving me an uttered headache, and I just don't have time for it. The old Milas world. Let us see here what we're looking for. Let's see what we are going to examine now. This is time to examinate some things in the name of examination. Check this out, people. Check this out. This is good stuff. Good stuff.
From RT.com. Man, world is a stage.
See, this is what we got to be looking forward to, people. It's getting ready to get ugly.
I'm yet to see that movie, but you know, they have many movies.
I just seen it.
Okay, don't spoil it for me. I mean, I kind of get the
I
gist
am
of
not
it,
going to
but,
spoil it. Go ahead.
but I do get the gist of it. It's, you know,
See, they tell us the truth in these movies, people. We cannot forget that.
Movies, posters for stories like this, but you know, we've got to move with times. They just released a movie called Mercy, where it's AI is the judge. Let me see if I can read this real quick. Let me pull it up.
Judge, jury, and execution.
Right. It says prove your innocence to an
See,
AI judge
is
or face execution.
fallen angel
And the
technology
guy, you know, Chris Pratt,
with a
plays
demonic
the
spirit attached to
protagonist,
it.
he has to fight literally to prove to AI that he's innocent. Wild. Now, of course, there we go. Okay, yeah, my computer is just waking out on me. It's not like I have 64 gigabytes of RAM. Why? But anyway, that's the movie.
Another thing. A lot of people, I'm gonna let you go. A lot of people presume that everything AI says is true.
Well, we're gonna get to that. We're gonna get to that.
It's a normal presumption. If AI say it's true. But go on. Go ahead, Shabbat.
Not just AI. Let's back up a minute because we're going into judges now using AI. We're gonna get there in a second. That's the article.
Blessings to everybody out there. Fair use. Fair use.
Why is it whatever the enemy says? Why do we take that as truth? Because an expert said it. They have white coats. They're a professional. They're a lawyer and they have a white shirt with a button up and tie and a jacket and everything.
He makes a valid point, people. Keep the game. Run to the knowledge. Don't run from
Here
it.
is U.S. federal judges increasingly turn to AI. Over half of US federal judges, 60%, are using at least one AI tool in their judicial work. A recent Northwestern University study suggests the research is based on responses from 112 federal judges drawn from a random sample of 502. Look at all these types of cases in different courts. 502 federal bankruptcy courts, magistrate courts, district courts, and appellate courts where you go to appeal. All these different courts for different things, the judges are straight up using AI. It says the use of AI in courtrooms has recently drawn attention. Why? Like Alda said, most people just take it like it's the truth. You see the little grayed up bit at the bottom when you do your AI searches, brothers and sisters, especially on Google? It says something to the effect of, oh, this information might not be true. Anyway, the use of AI in courtrooms has recently drawn attention. What for? Fabricated citations and other errors that have undermined confidence in some findings. Let me say that in plain English. They are straight up inventing court precedences, which is a citation for you to cite a case and what the outcome of that case was. They are creating that from thin air that doesn't exist to justify the outcome of these cases that AI is making. The judges now are no different than doctors that go to their computer screen, watch your symptoms, and then the computer kicks back, oh, prescribe this because you're going to get a kickback, you're low. You just need 5 more prescriptions and you're going to get your monthly trip to Hawaii, okay? It's just going to be the same thing with judges.
Exactly.
It's literally idiocracy.
So the judge is going to be at the behest of AI. Therefore, it's more so the optics of that professional before you, when really the person is just a proxy. They can have a serious, and probably so anyway, because I've seen some of these weirdos as judges now. They can have just a dingbat up there with a black robe on, and AI is judging everything anyway. And see, and that's why I know that AI is going to be a part of the strong delusion. Because they're making it where people trust on it as a superpower. And those who didn't have the confidence to actually have regular conversation or discourse is doing it behind Chat GPT, chats with people, arguing with people, having biblical debates with people, and all of that through using AI. It's really, believe it or not, it's a coward's tool. When it comes to people not using it for a useful tool, like you're going to make a picture or do something nice or find out a design or something that isn't used for conflict or to prove a point, then it's okay. I haven't seen people, and this is the funny thing about our people. They'll put something up in Chat GPT or AI to say, hey, by the time this year happens, if we keep the calendar 364, we're going to be in February. We're going to be the Passover. And guess what? And I sit there and laugh at them. Because you also have to tell us how can AI or Chat GPT help you when the Most High during a time of war, when Joshua was at war, the sun stood still. So if the sun stood still and time stopped, can AI or Chat GPT calculate that? Huh? So you just spouting out everything through an algorithm and just spouting it as truth because AI told you, not putting who? The Most High within the equation.
Fair
Another
use.
thing,
Important
even the
information.
scientists don't understand how the 24 hours isn't 24 hours anymore. Chat, it's shorter
than 24 hours. And they're baffled because Christ says he's going to cut their time short. Can Chat GPT and can AI, did it put that in their estimation that time is changing? See, and this is what happens when people lean on the gods of this world and forget it's our God that controls everything. And he confirms what he showed is true. He gave it to Enoch. I don't care what AI says. I don't care what Chat GPT says. And guess what? The world will see that what the Most High, because he confirmed his word with those who stand on it. See?
And check this out.
I want to just put that out there real quick. And another thing, Shabbat, you notice when the Jewish people gave them Passover, no one double checked anything that the Jewish people gave to them before the truth came.
It's fine.
They didn't care. They didn't even care to check. They didn't even care to check the equinox or nothing when the Jewish people gave it to them. Check that out. And now everybody and their mother has an equation. But go on. That shows you what's going on with our people. They would just trust the Jewish people because the Jewish people say the Passover is here.
It's only true when I say so.
But now the truth came, and the Most High put the 364 day to put us back on schedule. And look,
That's the calendar we're supposed to be up under.
A war broke out the same
The
day.
364 days.
Prophecy.
That's in a year. That was deemed by the Most High God, Ahia, in the heavens. Let's not forget that, people. Let's keep it in our cranium. Let's meditate, pray over these things, ask for knowledge, wisdom, and understanding. The Most High God will extenuate that understanding to you every time within perfect timing.
However you want to slice it, if you're using the equinox,
Y'all have a very, very blessed rest of your day. Shalom.
Later. That's when they happened according to this world. But